Hi everybody, it's me, Dee Dee from Haunted Curiosities. I do want to tell you that I have some other people over other than Nymphadora, one being Hachi and her sister Lulu McStuffins. So you may hear some noise, which you're hearing now, and you may also get to see Daisy. I don't know yet. But right now, we're here talking with Nymphadora. She loves children and she has many of her own. Even now, so she doesn't mind this, right, Nymphadora? At least I hope not with all that crying I'm hearing.
So I'm used to that, all the crying. Oh, yes.
So tell me, what were we going to talk about today? I know we were going to go into one of the crystal skulls.
Yes.
And there was
France
some other things.
And some other things, but I just finished at the ball about an hour or so ago, so it's pretty late right now. That's kind of why I'm wearing what I'm wearing.
Yeah, it's not that she's a hoochie mama, okay? Because I know you guys have seen a video of her in one of her little bedtime thingies, but that's actually not the case. She had some sexual energy.
It was so much sexual energy at the ball. It was insane. There were thousands of people there, and just being the bloodline of Lilith, sex is one of my biggest things that I am attracted to, and that is also actually one of my weaknesses too. So,
you do have a weakness.
I do. That would probably be my only weakness, yeah. So as I was there, I was kind of collecting all the energies from everybody, and they were mostly all sexual energies. So I'm kind of relaxing for the night, but yeah, I still have all of that energy built up right now. So
would you say that the feminine energy is more potent, or?
Oh my word, yes.
Okay.
Yes, the feminine energies are 10 times stronger than anything from a male.
But you do like the male sexual energy.
Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely. There's no doubt about that at all.
So you'll just there's no need for anybody to be inhibited, is what you believe in.
No.
Smack the ass, bend them over, and go to town. Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree with you.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a freak.
And I know Daisy's a freak because I bought her stuff, whips. Well, no, I did get her a whip. A lot of things to tie people up with.
That's fun.
Yeah,
bondage is fun.
Yes, and you know what? And for some people, it hasn't been just since what's that movie that everybody made a big deal about?
50 Shades of Grey.
That's it, 50 Shades of Grey.
It was like a book first, and then they made the movies.
Because it's really not like that. Although, his room...
Yeah.
He's got one hell of a sex room, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got one hell of a sex room. That,
lots of fun
Yeah,
stuff.
lots of fun. Okay, so what did you want to talk about first?
So, first I want to talk about the whole part of the ball was an Illuminati ball. So Dee Dee wanted me to kind of go into detail more about the Illuminati and how it originally started. So a lot of people don't know, but the Illuminati started in Germany, but it moved across Europe pretty fast, especially in France. But people think, the Illuminati started because all these people were into Satanism and worshiping Satan and things like that, and it wasn't even that way at all. What happened was there were so many religions going around that these people didn't want to be attached to any religion, so they were more into the science and the natural things. So they actually started the Illuminati group based on all of the science. Yes.
So how did it go from having nothing to do with the occult, the supernatural, spirituality, to what it is today? Because it did change.
It did change, yes.
When they started practicing in France. It was a different group, correct?
You had multiple groups. Like I had said in my video before the ball, there's a lot of groups out there that claim to be Illuminati. You have some that actually do practice and are pretty close, and then you have what I'm with, which is the really old. A lot of the people that were at the ball tonight, they're hundreds of years old. Obviously, I'm a lot older than them, being immortal. So, but then you have other groups that, like I said earlier, just mockeries and just want to be tied to that title.
But the one in France is not a mockery. The one that started in France.
No, exactly.
And that is where, am I correct in saying that is where it did turn to the occult?
Yes.
Okay, so what type of occult things are we talking about? What did they practice? Were there sacrifices? I've heard there were. I heard there were. They would call prostitutes in and sacrifice at least one.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was to get, they would get, evil and try and like cleanse people of the evil, and it ended up turning into rituals and sacrifices and things like that.
But that's what they told people, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's not really what they were doing.
No.
They weren't cleansing anyone.
No.
Okay, so they were doing rituals and sacrificing people, but it started in France. Now let me make sure I have it right. In France, it started over power and wealth. Is that right?
Right.
And they did obtain that.
Oh yeah, yeah. The occult's very, very wealthy.
Now, also at some point, the ones that started in Germany, the science, the one who were more into science,
Yeah.
met with a few from the ones in France. And something was combined somewhere, and that's how the ones from France gained immortality, or did they both gain immortality?
They kind of blended. Yeah.
So they did blend. So they then looked at what France was doing in the aspect of the occult as being scientific because it was something new to them.
Right.
And so those two groups came together.
They did, yeah.
But the other groups that are offshoots.
No.
So those groups don't know anything really.
No, they try, I mean,
Yeah.
but they're not even close to what the real true occult is.
And they're not immortal in any way, are they?
No. Most of the ones that are, like you said, came from the blending, and those are the people that are pretty old. Yeah, they're couple hundred years old.
Now, you were telling me about the old world magic and the ones that are in the Illuminati now. And there's only one group of those that you like. For the most part, you don't like any of those people, do you?
The older ones, to make it easy for you to understand, they're cocky.
Okay.
So they have that old nature to them. They don't really understand the new people and things like that. So they kind of steer more to their group, and the newer people they don't
have much regard for human life either, do they?
No.
Now,
That's why the sacrifices happen, because they really don't care.
Now they but in their magic though, in what they practice, they actually do need to sacrifice,
Yes.
don't they?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Or they wouldn't be able to perform some of the things they do. Is that accurate to say?
Yeah.
And then they too have children, and yet they never age. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was gonna say the ones that are born into it are actually really cool. Some of them are some of my best friends. They're really down to earth. They understand, and I mean they were born into it, so they're still pretty pure, but they're really really down to earth and easy to get along with.
They don't have like the attitude of the older ones.
No, not even close.
So let me ask you this. How many times can, say, a female that's immortal in the Illuminati, can they create offspring?
Yes.
Like, no, I mean, how many times can they
how many times?
Yeah.
Oh, multiple times. I mean, if you're immortal, you can continue to have children.
Is there someone that has had a ton of children that you know of?
I know a couple. They're... sometimes I believe they might even be part of the Lilith bloodline because they enjoy sex quite a bit. So the children just keep coming.
Oh, really? Yeah. So how many kids do they have?
Some of them.
Is that the couple you pointed out to me when you were done the other night?
When Dee Dee was leaving, I was trying. I could sense that some people were starting to show up, and I didn't want to get in trouble for allowing somebody else to see what was going on.
But really, you can't get in any trouble because you can pretty much slaughter them all.
I could, yeah. I mean, I try not to go to that side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try to keep the peace.
I try. I try to be the good one.
So it was that couple with a woman that had like the white blonde hair, and it was kind of like frizzy, but yet you could tell she was extremely wealthy, and the velvet purple. Mm-hmm. Wow.
They have lots of children.
How many kids do they have?
If I were to guess, because it's insane how many. If I were to guess, I'd probably say anywhere between 65.
Get the hell out.
I mean, they're a couple hundred years old. They're one of like the originals. So they're a couple hundred years old.
65 kids?
Yeah. Now some of them have passed.
That woman seems a little ditzy though. Does she know all her, does she remember all her children?
No.
She really doesn't remember all her children?
No. I've asked her a couple times, like, oh, how's this child? Like, I remember most of them by name, but I'll ask her, and she's like, oh, who? And I'm like, your daughter? And she's like, oh, yeah. Like, never mind. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Oh, my. How about their husband? Because she's been with her husband forever, right?
Yeah. They were actually together when the occult started. So they were kind of like the it couple when it started.
And they do now... considering they think about things a lot differently than, say, you or I do.
Right.
Do they really love each other, or are they just together? Do they genuinely care for each other?
I think that they do. I think so, but
Because I did see him take her hand.
Yeah, I think
I didn't
they
wanna
do
stare.
still have like that old love, like kind of like high school sweethearts kind of thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's.
But yet they
beautiful.
kill people.
Yeah, they do it together. It's a love.
Together.
They do it together, and it's like a bonding thing, I guess. I don't know.
I don't even know what to think.
I just stand in the circle. I give my
because
my energy to it, and that's it.
I went in through in the cemetery where you told me they would come out, and I don't want to say what end that was. All right, Hatchie, I'm glad you pottied.
It's a big poop.
Oh wow! Right on video. It was great.
Good
That's
job.
amazing. Good job.
Big girl.
Okay, big poop. All right. Oh wow! I think we're gonna cut this off. We're gonna go right to part 2, but we're gonna continue because I saw some crazy stuff.
Yes.
We'll be right back.